Hey everyone, it's Teddy, aka JamesKisau and MTGO, coming back for another donation bonus league. We have another list from longtime and one of my biggest supporters, mrsj. Thank you so much for your continued support. It means the world to me. It's very, very important for keeping the channel running. And I always love the lists they send in, and this is no different. This is taking a lot of inspiration from the Grixis Wizards list that was also featured on the channel somewhat recently. As you can see, there are 4 Tamios, 4 thunderchaps, 3 Flame of Anor, no Kolaghan's Command, no Lightning Bolt. So I'm a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I like the updates they made to the list. Instead of Blood Moon, which I don't think is really packing much of a punch in the meta these days, we get stuff like Baragoi, Feed the Swarm. So I'm sure everyone knows how difficult it is to remove enchantments in black, or the Grixis wedge in general, shard rather. I almost typed in feed the enchantment. So effects like feed the swarm are incredibly rare. Now, you could say this is something of a color pipe break, but the fact that it does it, first of all, inefficiently, second of all, as a sorcery, and third of all, at the cost of a lot of life, it seems like a pretty black card to me. I think it's totally fine. There are no crimes against Richard Garfield going on here. And I'm also excited to try effects like Hullbreacher and Narset out in the sideboard, because I usually keep my Narset in the main deck to generate card advantage. But when you're packing 3 Flame of Anor, 4 Thundertrap Trainers, maybe it's not as necessary. The other cool thing about this list is that Astrologian's Planisphere is showing up. It's 1 in a blue, and it has Job Select, which just means when this artifact enters, you create a 1/1 hero creature token and attach this to it. And then whenever you cast a non-creature spell, which we do quite often, and draw your 3rd card each turn, which we're going to hopefully be doing a lot with Flame of Anor, Brainstorm, Kaito, Clue Token, you name it. You put a 1/1 counter on it. So this will scale a lot. And then if they happen to remove the creature, I'll just throw it on a Bowmasters or something and give that some 1/1 counters. Really hedge on the Bowmaster mirror in that scenario. Cool. Yeah, I think that's about it. If you'd like to submit your own donation league, please check out the Patreon. I would really appreciate it. And without further ado, let's go and play some matches. Let's get this league underway. I do want to keep this hand to maybe showcase some Planisphere. And opponent goes Windswept Teeth, pass. Well, might as well put them on that Tameo test. I'm hoping to draw a land next turn, though. Otherwise, it's going to get a little awkward. Savannah is certainly an interesting one. Those swords. That's fine. What deck is this? A Bant deck? With Green Sun Zenith? Oh, it's Nadu. Woof. Cast Brainstorm. I need a land more than anything. And I do hit. It's a pretty shitty land, though. I don't even think Wastelanding will really keep them off much. I didn't hit Force of Will either. I mean, there's the odd chance that it does, right? But I have no black mana. It's kind of a complete disaster. Starting things off with a disaster. Magic can really hurt sometimes. Tell you what. Scythe Cat Cub. I'm going to play my thunderchap to clear the top of my deck. If I see 3 lands fly by, though, I will scream. It's just another wasteland. Magus might have been pretty interesting, though. Take Kaito. Pretty far away from that being good. I have a feeling that my next card will be a land, and I hope theirs is not. Sylvan Safekeeper is very scary indeed. The Crub comes in. That's fine. Yeah. Alright. Flame of Anor, let's do it. I'll draw 2 and deal 5 to Delighted Halfling. Ah, they had a Force of Will. Well, that's too bad. Uh-oh. I'm anticipating Nadu, and that can pretty much go off right now even, because Safekeeper and Cub are going to keep that magic alive, I think. Oh, maybe it's just a fairy, though. Thank God for that. Bouncing Thundertrap Trainer doesn't seem very appealing to me, but sometimes you gotta. So they clearly don't have Nadu. Oh, I know why they did that, though. They wanted to push damage not jump block with Sylvan Safekeeper and keep me off of Kaito. I don't think I have time for Planisphere. So I could Tameo, Brainstorm, Edict. And if I Edict Planeswalker or creature will depend on if I hit Force or not, I think. They can attack Tameo, right? Be pretty easy for them to knock her out. They just need a land, which does not seem difficult. It is a tough spot. Kaito tapping down Scythecat Cub does not make a lot of sense. Then Safekeeper and Halfling can, in return, take Kaito out. So let's Brainstorm first. Okay. Put back Bomb and Badlands. Go like that. Edict Creature. Play Tameo. Safekeeper goes down. That's nice. Why did I get this basic swamp? Probably should have gotten Badlands, honestly. Brainstorm. Trying to dodge land Nadu. Swords. That's pretty good. My life total's running out. Probably gonna die soon. Ah, my thunderchap. Cast it. There's like no red spells in this deck. Although if I hit Flame of Anor, yeah, I just screwed up. But it's just Fatal Push. I think I hit Delighted Halfling here. Play Planisphere first. Job select. I'll select Astrologian. Play that. Push your Delighted Halfling, I think. No, I'll just push the Crub, I think. They could have found a Nadu in that Brainstorm, though. Yeah, we'll do that. Next turn, ideally, we'll get Teferi out of there and tap down the Scythecat Cub. Well, that's the idea, anyways. Oh, what? Did they sandbag that? It's pretty shady. Nomads. Now they have a couple blockers. Yeah. I got a block, but they have trample, so hold on. I'll become an 8/8. Alright. This thing's a terror. Maybe I should have pushed that. There's no way they could have foreseen that, right? If they played that land last turn, I would have just pushed the Cub and not Delighted Halfling. That is incredible. If it was on purpose. Which I guess it probably was. Shady. I don't have much of a choice. I need to tap this thing down. If they have Nadu, they win. Whatever. There's no point in attacking. They can block with Nomads and transfer the damage onto the Cub there. Alright. Is your last card Nadu? Is it on top of your deck? Probably is now. But they don't draw with Teferi. I think if it was Nadu, they would have just snatched it, right? It's like way too appealing. Fatal Push. Nice. Oh my god, what a draw. Beauty. Do I just need Teferi gone? No, because I probably am not gonna like... Yeah. What I could have done is equipped that Planisphere, but before casting the Fatal Push, but I feel like I'm gonna need to do something a little more impactful than that. Yeah, like cast Flame of Anor. Top. I'll draw 2 and deal 5 to Cub. We're really stringing this together here. And I was still 1 mana short. But they can't really play Nadu out into this. Sure. Well, welcome that. Grab Edict. We're not giving them any triggers. I'm going to put the Planisphere on this. Do that. 2 at Teferi. 3 at opponent. And then we'll just Force of Will until we win. It's a little too dangerous to cast Thundertrap Trainer here. If it misses on blue card, everything can come tumbling down. Sweet. So we need Red Blast. Teferi and Nadu are quite hard to beat. And we also saw Green Sun's Zenith. So Grafdigger's Cage is a little interesting. I do like Surgical against these decks. Like, if you can take Nadu out of it, they're kind of just like a pretty bad creature deck. Magus definitely staying. Some number of Tameos can certainly go. I think I'm going to trim a Planisphere as well. This is not going to be about racing. It's going to be about defanging, declawing, and de-escalating. And take this Narset. I want value permanence. I could just take 1 Grafdigger's Cage. It's probably better than a Wasteland and a Force of Will. Although, You could consider Force of Will something of a necessary evil. I think I'm just more comfortable playing with one Tameo. Maybe that's a little bit against the spirit of the deck, and I apologize if that's so. Maybe it should have been a thunderchap. It's always in your opening hand anyways, you know? That's what one-ofs are for. This hand's a little weird because I don't want to force a Delighted Halfling. But I mean, we got our basics. We're live to rip a Magus of the Moon off the top. Yeah, I'll keep Misty Rainforest. Yeah, this is what I said that I didn't want to do, so I'm not going to do it. My thunderchap. Cast Ponder. Yep, go like that. We'll see what's appropriate next turn. No shuffle. Basic forest. Zenith for 1. I'll happily force. And then there was a force after that. It's not that appealing. Let's see if they interact with this. They don't. Alright, yeah, wasteland you. Doesn't feel good when they have a mana dork, but it's asking a lot of their 4-card hand. Now 5-card. Scythe Cat Cub. No natural blue. And they put a card on top. Uh-oh. Alright, let's cast Thundertrap Trainer. Alright. Fair enough. Make a clue token. Wow. If they go Nadu fetch land, we're probably out of this game. It's Teferi. They're bouncing Tameo. Now I have a blue card for my force. And they're defending Teferi. Yeah, what if I rip Fatal Push? Ooh, Surgical? It's not what I wanted to... It's not the target I want, you know? Activate this. There's that again. Alright, yeah, we're just gonna Red Blast Teferi here. I really want to Red Blast Nadu and extract it. I feel like that's an actual route to win this. In which case, I should be replaying Tameo right now. Spiraling. I think this is actually just better though. I can't force while that card is around. Ooh. Yeah, that's probably gonna beat me. Pitch Tameo. Plains. You know, Magus, I feel like works a little bit against Wasteland, or maybe it's vice versa. Wasteland works a little bit against Magus, because then people are pretty inclined to get their basics out. Something to think about for sure. Alright, I had the same decision, and I'm not going to make the wrong choice this time. Okay. Wasteland again. Pass it back. Carpet. Well, now I don't even really want to play this Volcanic Island out. Giving them 1 extra mana a turn. I don't think it should be that big of a deal. Ponder will shuffle. Let's just start playing these. The Offspring, unfortunately, is like a very real reason to start playing these lands out. Okay. They definitely don't have a Nadu, but show it to me anyways. I mean, I could just trade Surgical for Brainstorm. Make sure they stop their digging. And I can weirdly do this on their draw step too, since they don't have any blue mana. This is so funny. What a weird game. It was supposed to be for Nadu. They drew a Hedge Maze. Take a look at this list. Endurance, we're going to lose. Oh, Endurance is so scary. That was their last card. They put a card on top. We got Brainstorm. Okay. I don't think mana is really a concern for them anymore. Let's just go ahead and play another Thundertrap Trainer. Put the Edict there for that very reason. And they'll probably play Nadu next turn. Try our best to not trigger it. That's not the case. Oh, maybe it's Endurance then. Yeah, it's probably Endurance. Alright, play Ponder. Yeah. How bad would it be to lose one of these? I don't think it'd be bad if it baits the Endurance out. Okay, I don't think they have it. Wonder what they put on top then. Alright, well, we're like 1 draw away from disaster. Oh, they already had it. Maybe that's what they put on top, and then they just ripped the other half right away. That is good for them. So they'll draw 12, and any land that they draw, they get to put in immediately. Nah, whatever, let's just go to the next game. And this is what I was talking about, like, the Cub was applying some real pressure, but if I just held my removal until I can take Nadu out and extract it, I just pretty much need to beat Scythe Cat Cub and Endurance which I think I can do in this deck with 3 Fatal Push. Now I'm on the play. I'll take a second Tamiyo and cut Magus. Between Carpet, Delighted Halfling, they're already inclined to get their basics because we have Wasteland. This hand seems good. Although, I will admit, I'm pretty inclined to pitch Planisphere to Force of Will. Although I guess it is kind of the card that would help me stand up to Scythecat Cub. Something to think about. They gotta ponder. They don't shuffle. Gotta keep the board clear so I can get a good edict on Nadu, which is not easy. I think we do keep that. Alright, play Thundertrap Trainer. Take Ponder. 3 non-lands hit the bottom. I have high hopes for next turn. They're gonna Zenith for 1. I think we just let that go. Yeah, I think I'd edict that. Praying for a land here. I mean, that's good enough. I guess if they don't have the Halfling or Teferi, I can just counter Nadu. And there are barely any red cards in this deck, so let's do that. If they have a repeat of last turn, just flame it. Yep. Cub. Activate. Tundra. Please don't swords my Thunderchap. Let me get priority to cast this spell. I guess I need them to not have... what? Flusterstorm? They're gonna Brainstorm, that's fine. Oh yeah! Should think about Carpet a little bit. Whatever. Looking good. If I need that Pyroblast, I can reach for it with Brainstorm, provided I don't force twice, because I think I would just pitch Brainstorm before Flame. Teferi. Are they going to bounce this? Then I can Bowmasters. Yeah. That might have been risky. Yeah, I think I made a mistake. I don't think I was supposed to do that. I think I was supposed to force that. Well, I'm getting bailed out by the universe, so lucky me. Does that mean I have to wait? Probably. I think it's this, because I can't really support double force when Flame of Anor can probably draw me into that force in that blue card if I really need to. I just think we have better tools from here. Like, we should be able to stop, like, some part of it. And then Fatal Push, yeah. For obvious reasons. Red Blast. Okay. Maybe I could end this game faster if I had played Planisphere a long time ago, but it just feels too risky. And that's a beautiful thing right there. Using swords on one of my Thunderchaps. I'm gonna see if they interact with this first. Yes, no, maybe? Alright, fine. Probably just draw 2 with this. I guess that means I'm playing the Planisphere. I guess so. It's time to turn up the heat a little bit. If I really need Revolt, I can equip the Planisphere onto one of the armies, provided I haven't played a, Oh wait, no, that doesn't work, sorry. I thought this would actually die if I unequipped, but it does not. Yeah, I think I'm just drawing 2 here. Hopefully I don't regret that, but it seems right to me. Drawing Force of Will. That just resolved. Another Bowmasters. I was hoping for a blue card so I could have Hardcast Force, Pitchcast Force. But we got some real power on board now. I think we play another Bowmasters here. Let's really shoot for it. That resolved. Not a good draw. But will give me a Revolt if I need it. Put them to 2. They can still win from here. It's the sad part. But they didn't. Wow. Crazy. Taking down Nadu. And honestly, this version feels a little harder up against Nadu than the version I play. Maybe that's just not true. Maybe I haven't really thought about it hard enough. But that would be like my initial feeling about it. So, cool. Starting off 1-0. Welcome back for round 2. Hand is pretty neutral, but I think this is a keep. We have mana to do stuff. It can be as stable as we want it to be, outside of red, but like I said last round, this deck is barely red. There's no lightning bolt. Alright, I'll likely really want to shuffle after casting a Brainstorm, but I think it's still important to play this out. Opponent like drops a Blood Moon on turn 1, for example. It'll feel pretty silly. Mox Diamond. Yavimaya goes down. So this is probably lands. Not an easy matchup without Kolaghan's Command or Cling to Dust. Probably want to take this one to the sideboard, absolutely. So yeah, we got like no opposition agent either. Feed the Swarm, I guess, is okay. 2 mana Stone Rain. Consign is nice. Surgical is nice. Meltdown. Probably have to bring in Null Rod. This will not be very easy, but we could look for... Oh, we do have Wasteland. That is a big factor. You better believe we're doing that. Only problem is Wasteland doesn't really help all that much if they have Life from the Loam running. And it looks like they're just going to replace their Saga with Crop Rotation. It might have been correct to try and force that, but if we get Brainstorm locked, it's just like over. Could also look for Magus of the Moon. Who wouldn't want to play it right now though, because then they'd have an Urza Saga that can make constructs forever. This deck is already capable of doing that with like Thespian Stage, but we don't want to just like give it to them. Yeah, there's Loam. I don't have any clue how we're supposed to beat this without Cling to Dust in game 1. I guess there's a Nile Spellbomb somewhere. If we hit Nile Spellbomb, that might help, but then we're not really addressing these sagas. Kaito. Okay, let's Brainstorm. There's Magus. It's worth a shot. God damn it, it's worth a shot. And then I'll just want to like style on them after that, right? Let's put Brainstorm back. Okay. I mean, playing that next turn though, it's the problem that I just mentioned. Like, they'll have a Forever Construct Factory. Sounds really dangerous to let them have. If we're not just outright dead. They got like Lava Spur Boots here. I mean, that would be a pretty expensive line though. They need to Yavimaya. Grabbing another Mox Diamond. Yeah, we're not likely to cut them off green, that's for sure. He also took a natural draw, so like, I don't know, yeah, things could be worse. But yeah, I just really need that Saga to run its course first. Are they going to Wasteland me? Okay, so we don't have a say in the matter. It's kind of nice, honestly. Honestly, it's kind of nice. Malevolent Rumble. Beseiju or Pithing Needle? Tough choice. I think they'll take Pithing Needle. I was right. I wonder if they Pithing Needle Wasteland. No, not yet. But somehow we got off without them making a construct, which is pretty great. Flame of Anor. Okay, so I need to play Thunderchap Trainer, and I need to ideally hit Force of Will here. Yeah. And then I just need them to not hit me with mrsj, and then cast Magus and hopefully win after that. I don't know. Just might work. They also did not dredge again. They didn't float mana and they didn't make a construct. This is interesting. There's Lava Spur Boots. So yeah, I guess if they can somehow do all of this. I don't see how that is possible though. Don't have any lands out. I think I just forced that. Right? Because if I play Magus out, we know they have a Yavimaya in hand. Yeah, I feel like if I force this, then they're probably more inclined to take natural draws. There's Yavimaya. Alright, well, here goes nothing. Play Magus. Then we'll just start Flame of Anoring the Mox Diamonds one by one. Is this a 4 crop rotation game? They flipped 2, they already cast 1. Oh, maybe they're just floating a green? For what? Ah, Once Upon a Time. Saga. It's most of the sagas accounted for. But yeah, ideally they just never learn how to make constructs going forward. I don't think they're really ready for this. I mean, they must have some plan for Magus, right? In game one. Like Blood Moon was whatever since they have Beseju. But are they playing like Source of Plowshares or Dismember in the main board? It used to be pretty normal. No, they don't even care about the basic forest. Dark Depths. Given that's available to them at any time, I think I'm more interested in Shattering Lava Spur Boots than one of these Mox Diamonds. Do they have like Talon Gates and Madara? What's going on here? Okay, yeah, they just don't have an out. And if they don't have any kind of clock established, I don't think they can generate one. Whew. Whew. Too scary. Meltdown, Consign, Surgical, Feed the Swarm. This is Destroy, right? If it was Exile, it'd be kind of interesting. Spell Bomb, yeah, Null Rod. Just need it. Just need it. Barojo, I think. There's no way Planisphere is gonna work here, right? I don't think so. Fatal Push is rather poor. Tamio is weak to Caracas, but maneuverable. We do have Brainstorm, and that -8 is a good way to overpower their insane Life from the Loam engine. It is a way. Cut a couple Bowmasters. Thunderchap Trainer is also pretty underwhelming, I will say. Strix is a little better in this scenario. It can block Merit Lage. But yeah, I feel like Wasteland and just kind of getting a couple good cracks in with Baragoyf is what we're looking at. We don't have Reach. Game 1, I've usually used like Lightning Bolt to win against lands, so that was a new one for me. The Magus of the Moon Lockout. Wait a minute. No, wait. I almost had a bingo. I don't like Thoughtseize in this matchup. It's good on turn 1, usually never after that. So I get a card back. It is not Grafdigger's Cage. I don't think that does anything. So I think I'll just take Hold Breacher. It's a flash threat. Or is Planisphere better? It might be. It might be able to stand up to their constructs. But yeah, I'll certainly be missing Opposition Agent in this matchup. So there's Surgical Extraction. I feel like we need to keep this hand. Having Graveyard Hate feels pretty rare. It was like a 3-outer. Beseju Go. But I also could have been on the lookout for like Wasteland. Yep, there's Wasteland. I think I'll hold that. It's probably a better target than Beseju who endures. It's honestly probably Wasteland bait. They're probably holding a crop rotation. Alright, we'll send it back. Yavimaya. Malevolent Rumble. Really hoping to see Life from the Loam get flipped here. It does not. I could extract Depths. It's just not very good. But we might need to. Now they take the Depths. Oh, I just clicked it off. Whoops. I'm gonna Brainstorm right now. Yeah, nothing too great here. Definitely shuffle the Sewers away. I can also shuffle before my draw step. I think I'll want the lands though. It's fine. I'm just gonna shoot this spawn token. They can deny me my army, but I think that's fine. Maze of Ith. Well, Kaito's pretty good against that. But we're kind of getting to like a dangerous point where they can Merit Lage out of nowhere. Not if I hit Force of Will with Kaito, though. Then I could force Lava Spur Boots, which is not a great use of Force. But maybe holding up Wasteland is just a lot safer. But I think before they go for it, they'd probably wasteland my wasteland. I say we push forward. And if they want to waste my polluted delta, that is totally fine. Alright, so here comes Kaito. And yeah, we're just really going to look for force of will here to combat Lava Spur boots. We miss. Yeah, I've been both of these. Perfect. So, I mean, some days things just go kind of well. I don't know. I don't know what to tell y'all. Crop rotation for Thespian stage, I'm sure. Wait, what? Shit. I should have forced that. Oh no. Oh no. Why did I think I was holding an edict or some way to protect me from this? I mean, I can force them to do it and then tap it down. Yeah, that's what we gotta do. Boots? Wait, they don't have enough mana to boots. Well, they can cast it, but they can't equip it. Are they going to crop rotation for Sajiri step? I can stop that. Tap Saw. And then force. Pitch Lorien revealed. I mean, we don't have forever to figure this out. But I guess I might as well wasteland their Yavimaya while we're at it. They're not left with much. Oh my god. I don't need Null Rod. I don't think I need Tamiyo either. I think I want to play Bowmasters. It's like turn 1 for them again. Saga. Would have been a fine target for, what's it called? Wasteland. As it stands, I think I'll just Edict Merit Lage and then cast Magus. Yeah. That one. If I'd known I was going to brainstorm into that, though, I wouldn't have tapped it down. Okay, yeah, they've just had enough. They say to hell with this game. I don't really blame them. Things just went ridiculously well for us. Just like a little too well. But hey, look at me. I was saying how much of a dog we were without Cling to Dust. But you don't need good cards for the matchup when everything just goes your way. Time for match number 3. Hand's a little top heavy, but we're on the draw. Tamiyo presents problems on its own. They are playing Delver with Bobble, so we can also expect like Quarry Steel Cutter. Can't wasteland a basic. Yeah, I'll kind of ask them to pump the brakes here if they want to send damage. I mean, they could also flip their Delver. The Bobble makes that twice as likely. Yeah, looks like they hit. What is it? Force of Will. Alright, so we're going to hope to have Kaito kind of get around that. We're going to brainstorm. Are they going to bolt too? No, but they have another Delver, which is pretty good. What can we afford to do here? Not really Wasteland. I need to cash out these flames. What I can do, though, is activate a clue token, I guess. Thunderchap Trainer. Oh, we're dead. I need more efficient removal spells than Flame of Anor. I need a Lightning Bolt. Although we do have 3 Fatal Push. It's like not impossible for Thundertrap Trainer to find that. Planisphere is way too slow here. Yeah, I think I just need to block with Tamiyo. And then on their upkeep, unless they tap low at the end of their turn, we'll just Flame. But yeah, it's going to be really sad to use Flame to deal 5 to Insectile Aberration. That will not be good. Oh, they have Flame of Anor? Oh, right, because Delver is not a wizard on the back half. Well, now they're tapped low, so we're going to go for it. They could have days, they could have a blue card for their force. There's just a lot of things that can go wrong here. Oh, it just worked. And I kind of screwed up, didn't I? Well, I mean, Tamiyo might still save us the life here. Just gonna hang this out here if they want to attack. But yeah, if I knew this was gonna resolve, maybe I should have done it on my main phase. Well, yeah, definitely should have. I was just convinced it wasn't gonna resolve, so I'm kind of shocked, honestly. Discard the Planisphere. It's not the posture we're taking. Speaking of, Brainstorm. That's 2 counters right away. Quite good, quite good. I feel like that was such a prime time to force a will. I wonder if they still have that. Seems almost hard to believe that they still have it after letting that resolve. Check your hand. Yeah, we're toast. Whew. I'll probably force this. No, we're not toast. Take an edict. And yeah, we'll chump. Hardcast force and negation though. I screwed up. I should have taken that. Even though we can maneuver around that one being pitch castable. Flame of Anor. Alright, that'll do it. Red Blast seems incredible. They're packing at least 2 Flame of Anor, probably even more. Baraglyph is unbeatable if I can get a Planeswalker in the graveyard. Or an artifact. I don't hate Hull Breacher either. I'll try it. Thoughtseize, clearly a liability. Magus, not the right matchup for that. Force of Will, can go down to 2. Planisphere, also the wrong matchup for that. Ultimate Tamiyo. We're not going to try and push our own agenda here. We need to try to absorb their aggression. This hand is really good. Although there's no wizard yet. I think I ponder on 1. I wonder if they even play days. I'm sure they do, but the presence of like Flame of Anor almost makes me feel like they don't really want to daze or wasteland all that much. This stuff all looks really good. I'd rather pitch Planisphere. There's no reason why I should really have to force on turn 1, but just in case. So Planisphere would give me the wizard for Flame, but I think even as a draw 2, it's going to be better. Tamiyo. The card's always a little concerning. I think Bowmasters is a solid enough check, though. Yeah, I wonder if I'm supposed to just play Planisphere here. I don't think so. You want to at least get them to expend some cards if they just try and do, like, Brainstorm and flip this Tamiyo, something like that. DRC. Can probably clip that one. There's Tamiyo. Bobble. Put a card on top. Play Bowmasters. We're in there. Not bad. It does feel rather bad to just use Flame of Anor to deal 5 to Tamiyo. What choice do I really have? I can't let them just generate clues or make a land drop and have an insane Flame of Anor. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. But yeah, this is this card at its worst. They're going to look at my top card and let it go. I don't think they have days, but they put a card on top. If it's Murktide Regent, they don't have any instants or sorceries in their graveyard to make it bigger. It's Planisphere. Delver. It's a lot safer to go after Delver with Bowmasters. But I mean, that'll be face up anyways, since like Okay, it just happened. Yeah, I think we still hit Delver here. Attack for 3. Cast Brainstorm. Not great results. I think I'll put back Tamiyo Planisphere. Probably shuffle before drawing the Planisphere. They're pretty flooded over there. And yeah, they concede. I'm assuming they were planning on growing this with cantrips, which doesn't really work out against 2 Bowmasters. Don't think there's really anything to change here. We could take a 3rd Force at the expense of a more expensive card like Hull Breacher, I guess, because they'll probably have Red Blast. Or it could be a Wasteland. Yeah. Wastelanding a tempo deck on the draw. Get real. Could have also been Tamiyo. I think this hand's pretty darn good. As long as they don't come out too hot. They're coming out hot. Using Thoughtseize is kind of rough, because, like, well, it just might mean we need to use Edict to address this. Yeah. What do I even take? Not Planisphere. Not Flame of Anor either, I don't think. I don't think taking Pyroblast makes a lot of sense either, though. It makes more sense than anything else. Does it, though? No. Take one of the threats. But it's probably not hard for them to get Delirium from here. But I mean, if they just play Planisphere and pass, like, it could be worse. Put a card on top. That's not good. It's probably a land, though, so if I just shoot that. Ooh, Baragoyf, that's so good. Oh, now they have days? You're sick. You're sick. Absolutely twisted. I'm gonna get hit pretty hard next turn. But if I hit a land, like, I feel like Baragoyf just sitting in the way. It's gonna be really hard for them to beat. Out of 5/6, what can they do? What would they do? It's too risky, I think, to brainstorm. And I'm gonna say creature token. We dodged the second daze. Holy schmoly. Oh. Okay, it wasn't a land. Play Baragoyf. I don't want to die. Ooh, they might have Unholy Heat. They almost did something and then they didn't. They're gonna bolt me? Bolt me? They put a card on top. It must be an instant. Yeah, it's Brainstorm. I'm trying to fix that hand. They put a card on top. Better not be Unholy Heat. Although they will need Delirium to do that. Maybe it's just a fetch land. Oh, it's a Wasteland. And Bobble. Bobble's not Delirium. Or are they going to Wasteland me? I'm assuming they're going to, because they didn't equip before casting those Bobbles. They could have had big creature. Now it feels incredibly safe to attack. Or, I mean, while they have 0 cards in hand, I think I need to flame probably Insectile Aberration. And before they Wasteland me. And yeah, they're going to refuel their hand. This has to attack. Force of Will is a great draw. This 5 life is massive. And yeah, they don't feel like they can block. I miss on creature. Kind of weird for this build with 4 thunderchap trainers and I only decided 1 Tamiyo out. Oh well. At least this is a 6/7 now, so like Unholy Heat, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Flame, they gotta draw 2. They keep putting cards on top. It doesn't seem like they're really helping their situation much. People have tried to race lifelink. It never works. Oh, they could double wasteland me though. That'd be pretty effective. But I do want to point out that Beargoyf did not mill a single land. They did a great job refueling though. Alright, cast Brainstorm. Nice. Mill Kaito Thundertrap. I can pick up Thundertrap. The selection they're getting off DRC is pretty nice, I must say, but I don't think I'm going to use Fatal Push until I see like a wizard or something. It's just Bowmasters. It's always Bowmasters. Let us be real. They don't have this Pyroblast anymore. They shuffled that away. Tamiyo. DRC has to attack. I guess I'll push Tamiyo now so I don't have to... So I might be able to win through a daze here. Okay, they do have a Brainstorm. They're doing quite a bit of maneuvering here. And they still have a land drop this turn too. But like I said, Unholy Heat. Really hard to beat this Beargoyf at 6-7. It's Tarmogoyf stats. They don't die easy. And they don't appear to have a chumping DRC either. Oh, I didn't need to do that. I just have so much time to do this. Beargoyf is affording me so much time. I can attack Tamiyo here. Now they're at 6. If they have a Murktide, they probably won't do that now. And if they actually did hold on to that Pyroblast, they can beat my Force of Will. But we got there. Wild stuff. We're 3-0. That mrsj magic. Still alive and well. Turning up the heat. Match 4. Haven't lost a match yet. Despite some pretty scary situations. And not perfect play from my end, but yeah, we'll just keep on doing our best, as usual. I'm pretty out of my depth here. Don't really know how to play with a scaling creature. I never really played with Sprite Dragon. I never really played with, like, it's the only one I can think of. A Patchwork Automaton. There's a few of them out there. Why does it seem like the program's about to crash? Alright, sorry, it freaked out pretty hard there for a second. Maybe I'll just edit that out. Yeah. Speaking of cards I don't really know how to play with. We got the Planisphere. And opponent's keeping 7. Opponent asks if this is going on YouTube. Haha, yeah. Underground Sea Ponder. Blue-Black Tempo is the most popular, or Blue-Black Reanimator, which is kind of a tempo deck anyways. All that stuff. The fact that we drew another land makes me feel like I can play around Wasteland here, so I might as well. Wouldn't mind grabbing a Force of Will so we don't lose to Entomb Reanimate. But even then they could just daze. There are some problems with respecting that deck in the meta for sure. But I do not protest all that much. I mean, I don't really feel the need to go out of my way that hard. If they just go like Nethergoyf or Beargoyf rather in a few turns, I want to have a Fatal Push ready for that. In the meantime, if I can just like Wasteland them, do some crazy stuff like that. Alright, so we're not going to get Entomb Reanimated. That is a relief. Do I want to draw an additional Thundertrap Trainer? I think so. I'll even play this one right now. At the very least, I'm getting a... Oh wait, no, shoot, I screwed up. There's a Thundertrap on top of my deck. My wires got crossed. I don't know why I thought it was a Brainstorm. So yeah, this could feasibly miss. They're going to Entomb in response. That's terrifying. That kind of tells me they don't have interaction. Neither do we. Take Flame, I guess. Oh, Reanimator. Such a funny deck. Delta. They have the enemy dead. Let's take a quick look here. Don't really feel the need to grind this out. Yeah, you see the force blue card and you're kind of just like, nice, you did it. Now, I have a lot of cards too, but they have like a 6-7. I'm not going to show them anything. Great. Guess I'll take Grafdigger's Cage. I'll Spellbomb. Red Blast. Don't want that many though. Magis does not seem that good. Planisphere. Yeah, I just don't think there's time for something like that. They are playing Anime Dead. I don't really mind Consign to Memory here. Thundertrap Trainer's a little slow. Tamiyo turns on Fatal Push. How am I winning though? Just Kaito pretty much and Bowmasters. I think I'm comfortable with that. I think I want the Surgical. Cut a Flame and then cut another Trainer. Or hold on. Cut a Badlands. Yeah. Why do I feel like I have the worst hands always against Reanimator as well? Or maybe I just like feel the pressure. I'm not going to rely on just force blue card to do this. I guess this is fine. Bottom Edict. Play a Spellbomb. If they Thoughtseize me though, they could take Lorien Revealed and that would be pretty rough. But yeah, if they just go like creatures here, what am I really going to do, you know? If they just go like Voidwalker, Barrogoyf, scrambling in the other direction, it's kind of a miserable deck to play against. I also don't really mind too much if they wasteland me. I mean, I should. That must mean I'm truly going nuts. Yeah, I got a Voidwalker and a Reanimate and a Wasteland in 2 dazes. Man. Take your Voidwalker, trade Spellbomb with your Reanimate. It's not like they didn't put another creature on top, though. I feel like I barely just learned how to play against this deck on my own version, so I'm a little out of my depths here, which is embarrassing, but, you know. Wasteland. Alright, how about it? Send it back. And that's the frustrating part. Like, that first hand probably would have been just fine. Just make my steady land drops. Invalidate the 2 dazes eventually, but like, what are you going to do then if they Entomb Reanimate with any kind of interaction to back it up? I'm just kind of ready for this deck to move on. I'm ready for another best deck. Even if there's a deck that's just as broken as this out there, I want to play against something different. Play Tamiyo. Send it back. Hopefully don't get wastelanded again. Whatever happens, I can't force. Because I think they'll just double daze. You know, I should have blocked. In case they had like Kaito, Simian Spirit Guide. I don't know. I wasn't really thinking like that. They have another Voidwalker. Yeah, I mean, if I force, I feel like they will just double daze, would set them back to land drops. Maybe that wouldn't be the worst thing. I feel like something weird has to happen for me to win this. Okay, they just let it go. Does that mean they will double daze my Brainstorm? Because they can. I guess a play that would not care about daze this cycle would be just activating this clue token. But we need a pretty significant catch-up mechanic here. And I think setting them back 2 land drops might be good enough. But we'll see. I think I'll bin that land. Be pretty bad for them to wasteland us from here. For them, that is. For us, it would be fine. I'll continue to make clues. If I rip Kaito off the top, that would be nice. A land would let me flip Tamiyo. A ponder lets me flip Tamiyo as well. Consign to memory. Is that good enough? I don't think it is. Yeah, shuffle. Ooh, my thunderchap. Alright. So 2 clues to 2 clues. Activate that clue. Ooh, there's Kaito. Just a hair too late. Alright. Now my Tamiyo's ticking up. They probably held on to that Brazen Borrower. They could also just Entomb Reanimate here. They have a Murktide Regent. That is mighty threatening. I brought in, what, 2 Red Blasts? Yeah. It's not nothing. I think at the very least they'll, like, go after Tamiyo. What happens if I do this? Not much. I think I'm taking a Brainstorm here. Cast it. God, it's close. Hide that on top. Should have taken the Fatal Push. Now what? Now what? Now we hope they flip Tamiyo. Or maybe I'll just Ninjutsu Kaito in. Tap down Murktide Regent. Try and take the game over from there. So yeah, I'll take this Force of Will. Trying to dodge Wasteland next turn. I'll do everything in my power to not Force a Will. Very good. Voidwalker. Strong card. Especially since it can really mess with Kaito. Maybe I should have just... Yeah, what am I doing? I've completely lost my mind. Guess I need to take some damage, huh? There is another Kaito coming up is the thing. It's just a little distressing to not be removing these creatures. I think they'll attack Kaito, though. I think. Do that. Yeah, we'll just look for Red Blast, I guess. Top. I do wish they'd hurry up and flip that Tamiyo. Or, yeah, Tamiyo. Thoughtseize. Yep. They took Bowmasters. That makes sense to me. Alright, it's not too late. Let's have Thundertrap Trainer just go ahead and hit a Red Blast here. No? Nothing? Oh, that's weak as hell. Edict to you, I guess. Dropping Tamiyo. Okay. I'll go to 3. So if I still rip Fatal Push or like... Oh, it's not enough. Brazen Borrower. Brazen Borrower. Yeah, I think we lose here. Dang. I guess I could force Brazen Borrower with this Thundertrap Trainer. But I'm still not seeing it because I need to like... I already made a land drop, right? Yeah. Yeah. Not a great one for us. Well, Trophy Dream is dead. Sorry, mrsj. But yeah, damn. That was a rough match. Alright, let's see if we can grab this last round here. Hand looks fine. We even have a wizard for these Flame of Anors. Yeah, it's been a pretty It's been a league of extremes, I would say. Like, we ran so hot against lands, kind of unreasonably hot, and then we just couldn't even hit a card off our thunderchap trainer last round when we really needed to. But it's also like blue-black reanimator, you know? The deck has been dominant for a couple years now. Yavimaya, I wonder if this is the same matchup as round 2. It probably is. Tamiyo's not a bad draw. I don't think I'm going to... So what? They could go Exploration, Mox Diamond, Thespian Stage. I mean, I don't think they have enough mana to do all of that. And get Lava Spur Boots on top of it. I think this is fine. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the only Yavimaya deck is lands these days. And there's an Urza's Saga. Yeah, we're really going to want a wizard around, because using Flame of Anor to destroy 2 constructs sounds a lot better than anything else. I wonder if it's worth playing the Planisphere out. Maybe I should just... Well, yeah, I think it is, because I want some surplus wizards, because ideally Tamiyo will transform at some point. That is part of the plan. Maybe I'll surveil first. You never know. If there's a force on top, there's not, but I'll keep that land. My red is still vulnerable, though. And now I think they can do that convoluted line I was trying to map out last turn. But I think a lot would have to go right. Ooh, that's a Thespian Stage. Valakut Exploration. This was a classic when it first came out for lands, and it's very powerful. They're playing around Daze, which bought us some equity here, because they could have dealt some damage to us this turn. Yeah, this card's incredible. I will be bringing in Feed the Swarm for this matchup. Exploration, Valakut Exploration, there's just like, there's enough things to hit, that's for sure. That's so cool. Alright, play this land. Probably flip Tamiyo off the back of 2 Clue tokens, right? Nah, I should leave the mana up. I'll just destroy Mox Diamond and draw 2. And I guess I should push all the damage I can. Yeah, I'm just going to hold the basic. Every point of damage counts against lands. Well, that's a lot of basics. Hopefully destroying that Mox Diamond really messes with their calculations here. Because if they want to invest in Thespian Stage copying Urza's Saga, they have to do that right now. Or crop rotation. Oh god. Oh god, they actually have it. Actually, we'll go to one. No, yeah, we'll lose because Lava Spur Boots gives us +1/+0. God damn it. Oh man, how do I just keep missing this every single time? I feel like such a fool. I even have a Shieldred's Edict in hand. God damn it, man. God damn it. Oh, I feel so ashamed right now. I feel so ashamed right now. Why did I do that? How many times do I have to get got by this before it finally sinks in? I'm just so used to playing against lands that I'm not used to this somewhat new line. It's not that new. Oh, man. Spiraling after that fucking blue-black reanimator match. You know, I never thought I disliked that deck. I don't dislike any deck, to be honest. Null Rod. Oh yeah, we got a couple Bowmasters. Planisphere. I'm on the play. I think I want all 4 Tamiyos. Didn't help that time. But normally it does. Alright. Jeez, I feel so dumb. Looking for land. Keep it. Forest. Mox Diamond. Exploration. Wasteland. Fine. 3 cards left over there. It's not that many. If they play a Saga next turn, I can hit it with Feed the Swarm. Can also go after their Exploration, though. It's a scary card. But I probably do have to Brainstorm at the end of turn, because my mana is going to be very tight. And with any luck, I'll hit a land. That feels very important. There's Valakut Exploration. That might actually be even more important to hit. Although Saga, I don't know. Yeah, Saga's the most dangerous by far. Kind of makes everything else tick here. But Valakut Exploration will beat me until I get my Baraglyph beats going, which will hopefully be very soon. And then I need them to not have a loam, or if they do, I'm able to stop that loam engine. Oh boy. You know, we ran really hot last time. I shouldn't be upset, but I am. I really need them to not wasteland me. Then I guess I'm playing Null Rod next turn. I don't really see the point of Thoughtseize. In fact, I should have sighted those out. What the hell am I doing? Spiraling. Another one? Fuck this. This is so bad. Ooh, there's a Loam in Exile, though. That's nice. Oh, wait, no, it's not. It's play, right? Yeah. What's even the point of this? I'm drawing dead. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm mrsj, but we all know where this is going. Okay, so yeah, first part of the league went really great, and then Blue-Black Reanimator completely derailed me, and then I made a really stupid, risky line in game one against lands when we had pretty much everything going our way, even the Edict in hand. All I had to do was not tap out of that, so I wouldn't just straight up lose to Merit Lage, but couldn't keep it together. Yeah, sorry about that. I guess it's important to try and learn from others' mistakes, though, so I guess if you take it that way, you can see how you're not supposed to do any of that stuff. And also, I kept forgetting that there was a Wasteland in this deck. I think my wires are just crossed. I probably had more than 0 outs. Actually, no, Wasteland doesn't really do anything once they have that Loam engine going. Yeah, I'm gonna go rest. We'll call it there today. Yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time.